So for nearly 5 years, I've been silently protecting myself from an ex who has been stalking, harassing, and slandering me, accusing me of heinous things with zero proof simply because I wanted to end my relationship with him in 2019. His friends are also involved in the harassment. Sleepy Raijin, which I have history with this guy as well, which I'll get into, he made ridiculous allegations of me being a groomer and shit, and he was caught collaborating with people to try to find dirt on me. So that's like the type of person that he is. I have evidence for all that. Sleepy Raijin's story continues to inflate as he adds more and more shock value to convince people his lies are true. He also continuously tries to turn my friends and community against me, and even gone as far as to email my sponsors because his goal is to take streaming away from me. Okay, well, I definitely believe this because he was trying to go after Eunice sponsors as well. So I definitely believe this part. I'm 100% sure if I wasn't a streamer, none of this would have happened. He has threatened me in various ways, doxed me and my family, came to my home while I was streaming, posted revenge of me, some content that I never knew even existed, as it was taken or recorded without my consent, and so much more. I have a doc that has my story and proof of his harassment. So she's claiming she has a doc that has proof of his harassment, and she's also claiming that he has zero proof. Before we look at this whole document, we're going to see what his claims are. I've kept the trauma and fear to myself all this time, hoping he would move on from trying to hurt me. I tried handling it on my own because I felt speaking out would put me in more danger, but I have no choice anymore because he just won't stop. My story and suffering is not a rare case. This is something many women may have to deal with in their lives when it comes to relationships and the potential dangers of being in leaving one. I just want to feel safe again. Okay, so when you're in an abusive relationship, it's not just that easy to just leave. Like people say, just leave. And sometimes it is easy, but not always. Okay, not always, especially when the person stalks you, harasses you, and lives close to you. I have no intention of inciting a witch hunt. I only want to bring awareness to my situation and urge others in the community to avoid him and his friends. They've harassed many creators over the years and will not stop. I do not condone any harassment. Well, that's it. I'm moving on from all this. Okay, so this part I will believe because I have, like I said, I have personal history with this person. She has personal history with him, obviously, and Yuna also has personal history with this guy. So this statement is definitely true. Okay, so here's his Twitter. Okay, so this was posted March 21 of 2022. Okay, so let's read it. 14 streamers and ex-girlfriend. Some of you know I had a displeasure of dating a streamer in the 14 category. I am not going to say who, and if you know who they are, I'd like you to not out them or attack them. Okay, this is very important. Please, 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 please respect this request. I'd just like to preface this by saying nobody besides from close friends and family knows this information. Okay, before I read any further, okay, just because I personally don't like this guy, just because this guy personally tried to call me out on some bullshit and then ended up backtracking and privating his Twitter and making himself look like an idiot, just because this person did this to me does not mean that this person did not suffer any type of abuse, okay? I want to be perfectly clear. Just because someone is an idiot doesn't mean that they can't be abused, okay? It's sad that I have to even speak on this or bring it up, but lately I've been getting comments on my videos about things I've done to her that have been completely made up or stretched. I've spent the last 2.5 years by myself with these feelings and thoughts, while you have been freely venting and making shit up to make yourself feel better about what you did. I don't know how much I can stress this, but you are not the victim, no matter how many people have told you that you are. Okay, this part right here, while you have been freely venting and making shit up, I have never, not one time, seen anything from Midna about this guy. Where is she posting this? Like on a forum? I'd like to point out that whatever I may have done or said in the past is in relation to being physically abused and cheated on multiple times throughout my entire relationship, not just for no reason. Okay, so he's saying that he has been physically abused and cheated on. Okay, when I found out she cheated on me for the last time from her own friend, okay, I basically lost my shit and told everyone we were mutuals with what she had done. Nobody cared. I was alone the entire time while she had a whole support network in place already. I slipped up a few times throughout the breakup period and definitely said some nasty things to her, which I do not regret. Okay, but it's really weird that I have random white knights I've never even seen before speaking on my previous relationship as if they were there. One of them even said my breakup happened last year when I broke up with her in 2019. So for one, that just shows that when my YouTube and Twitch started gaining traction, she felt the need to tell everyone 2 years later about me. Stop telling people you broke up with me. I legit was fed up with your shitty personality and horrible presence. I broke up with you face to face. You cheated on me more times than I could imagine. You physically assaulted me throughout our entire relationship, causing bruises, bite marks, scratches, and ripping chunks of skin. I had to sit you down one day and tell you that you need to stop, and you got upset with me that I brought it up. The mental trauma I've dealt with after feeling so little is unrepairable. Remember that hole in your wall you caused from trying to attack me because you were defending your guy friend. I have literal video proof of you physically assaulting me on more than one occasion. Okay. Now this is what I want to see right here, because I'm going to be real. All of this stuff right here, I don't give a about any of this. I want to see some proof. I do not believe anybody unless they have proof. Yet you're over here making shit up. You are beyond a narcissist. You are a disgusting human. You are lowly, and nothing you can do to change that. You're almost 30. I haven't even hit my quarter lifespan yet. This is my first and only relationship I've ever been in. Yet I have people telling me to grow up and be a man about it. And you have people coddling you and feeding you exactly what you want to hear. It's legit so sad. You got off free with what you did and were commended for it. I had to grow as a person and let it shape me. I'm not the person I was back in 2019. I have been permanently changed. I cannot see things the same. I don't think you realize the kind of trauma you caused. No, you wouldn't realize you are too worried about yourself. I can't blame you though. If I was echoed chambered my own opinions back into my ears, my ego would be so far up my own ass, I wouldn't even be able to hear other people. I'm not gonna lie, I am getting anxiety as I type this out because nobody cares, but I still feel the need to talk about it. She has a whole community backing her just because she's a woman who feels antagonized. It's much more than that. Yes, I made mistakes. I'm not perfect by any means, but to play victim as if you've done nothing wrong is so apparently incorrect. All in all, there is much more I could say, but I really just want you to leave me alone and keep my name out of your mouth. Shit ended horribly, but leave it be. Stop talking about me. Stop telling people bullshit that you think was me or shit you've completely made up. You aren't the victim here. Stop acting like one. You did some really shit and got a reaction. You are by no means innocent. And to all the streamers and content creators who decided to blackball me in relation to what she said, go yourself. You can be mad at me and the statement, but you cannot refute the facts. Okay, this is a very important part. Remember this, but you cannot refute the facts. You are defending an abuser, and it's hella sickening from such a positive vibes community that all you streamers strive to promote. The people you keep in it are legit the worst kinds, but nobody will care because I'm a man. XD. If you've read this far, thank you for your time, regardless of what you've formulated. I thought this was weird. Sex is a very intimate and sacred act. Remember, your body is a temple. You shouldn't be sharing it with anyone who plays Final Fantasy. Jesus, man. What does Final Fantasy have anything to do with sex? Yeah, this is a lot of Eunice shit. A lot of Eunice shit. She sent me the whole DM. Oh, here's the one about me. Yeah, don't forget Unileska was the same person defending Xenosys Vex for being 38 and hanging out with freshies that he refused to disclose the age of. Remember, your favorite streamer is probably a self-centered piece of shit that puts on a facade for a couple hours of stream. So I'll go more into this later, but apparently this guy wanted me to give him Spudsy's age. This guy wanted me to give a stranger online personal information about one of my friends. The fact that this was okay with him really says a lot about who he is as a person. But I could tell you this. I did not reveal Spudsy's age because I am ashamed. She is an adult. She can do whatever the f she wants. I didn't reveal her age because I'm not going to give any personal information of my friends to a psychopath online. How hard is that to comprehend? If I would have gave her personal information out, that would have been concerning. That would have been really concerning. Okay, physical assault. This is really hard for me to share, and it's embarrassing. I'm a 200-pound, 6'1" man that has to just move on from one of the most traumatic experiences of my life. Anyone knows me knows I laugh when I get uncomfortable or nervous. Okay.
There's CBD oils for sleeping.
Don't lie to me.
I'm not lying. My uncle gave them to me. Why'd you hit me?
This is why I don't want you going out.
What do you mean? What do you mean?
This is why I don't want you going out. This is why I want to be able to fucking come with you. So I can keep an eye on your stupid ass.
Why?
Because I know you're irresponsible.
How?
I can't trust you.
What do you mean? Stop! I'm literally gonna die. Please, please, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. Stop attacking me while I'm playing this game.
Something about other girls. He's not talking to other girls.
My friends.
She might be accusing him of that. Okay, first thing here. I don't give a about what they're talking about. The main thing here is assault. This I do not believe was assaulted. Absolutely not. If you are assaulted, why the are you laughing and you're playing the game? You're still playing the game. And right here,
Stop attacking me while playing this game.
stop attacking me while I'm playing this game. He does not give a about what's going on back here. It's only because he's gonna die in the game.
Die, I'm literally, please. What do you mean? Stop, I'm literally gonna die, I'm literally.
He doesn't say, stop hitting me, I'm afraid for my life. Stop hitting me because I'm gonna die in the game. That doesn't sound to me like assault. Okay, if someone is assaulting you, if they're beating you, you're not gonna say, oh no, stop, I'm playing the game. Quit, I'm gonna die in the game. You don't act that way. Keep in mind, I don't give a shit about what they're arguing. Couples argue all the time. What I care about is this person is claiming that he was physically assaulted. This is an insult that anybody that has ever been assaulted or sexually assaulted or anything like that. If I would have gone through some life-changing trauma, this would piss me off so much that this mother is trying to claim that this incident is some life-changing event. He's laughing through it. He only gives a shit because it's going to interrupt his game. He doesn't even skip the loot, bro. He doesn't even skip the loot. He loots immediately.
Oh, I'm not like hanging out with other girls. I'm hanging out with my friends. Bring a Chrissy party in.
I don't buy it. I dealt with this on almost a daily basis, being told I am insecure and little, constantly being hit and scratched, keep defending the narcissist parasite while you tell me to move on and grow up. If I died and lost my crystals, the police would have to come. Lol. So you're going to tell me that move on from one of the most traumatic experiences in my life, this is it. And your comment to this is lol. Even your friend called you out on this bullshit. And in the twit longer, XD. Okay, if I was in his situation and I was being physically assaulted and this was one of the most traumatic experiences of my life, I would have got up and left. Look at the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard. Look at the differences here. You know what Depp did? He got away because he was physically assaulted. He wouldn't sit there and continue to play his game. Now, look, everybody's different, okay? I get that. Everybody handles shit differently. But he only told her to stop when he thought he was going to die in the game. I do not buy this for a second. Is there any other evidence? I'm going to assume no because he retweeted this. Now, I'm not saying that she's not controlling or anything like that, and I honestly don't care. That's not what this is about. I don't care if she's a pain in the... I don't care if she's bitchy. What I care about is the assault. This person said he was physically assaulted in one of the most traumatic experiences of his life. I don't care about the petty argument. So here's one thing right off the bat I noticed. Why in this twit longer would you pull in all Final Fantasy streamers? Final Fantasy streamers have nothing to do with you and your ex-girlfriend. This seems to me is very, very bitter about 14. I'm trying to put myself in his situation if this was real. I'm going to hold my opinion until the very end, but I'm going to tell you guys right now that if this is the only evidence that he has, then he is absolutely completely full of shit. And there's nothing else in here besides just words. And I told you, whenever these situations come up, I don't care about your words. I want evidence. I want proof. That's what I care about because it is so easy to lie. Okay, so this type of stuff right here, if this actually happened, you would have evidence for this shit. Causing bruising, bite marks, scratches, ripping chunks of skin. If you rip a chunk of skin from a human, they're probably gonna have to go to the doctor or some shit. I had to sit you down one day and tell you that you needed to stop, and you got upset with me that I brought it up. I feel like that if a person was being abused, they wouldn't have the courage to do this. But everybody's different. So maybe I'm wrong on that. I have literal video proof of you physically assaulting me on more than one occasion. Okay, well, where is the other occasion? He says he has more. Where is the other occasion? You are beyond narcissist. You are disgusting human and lowly and nothing you can do to change that. I feel like this was written on maybe 2 separate days because there's a massive change of tone. I am not going to say who, and if you know who they are, I'd like you to not out them or attack them. Basically, what I'm trying to say here is the thought process and emotion up here is completely different from the rest of this. Here's another thing that I thought was very, very, very weird. Stop telling people you broke up with me. I legit was fed up with your shitty personality and horrible presence. I broke up with you face to face. I don't believe that a person of trauma would give a shit about who broke up with who. If you have been assaulted and mistreated, wouldn't you be happy that just the abuse is over? Why do you care about who broke up with who? That's like some ego shit. This just doesn't make sense to me. You're almost 30. I haven't hit my quarter lifespan yet. This is my first and only relationship I've ever been in. Okay, so this is actually important because this person is saying that this is their first and only relationship that they've been in. So this means that it's possible that you could have like the first love stuff, right? Because typically like your first like real relationship, you're like overly lovey-dovey, overly lustful, you know, that type of shit, you know. The first one typically hits a little harder than the rest, you know what I mean? Okay, so this is the shit that he said to me. 40-year-old Xenosys Vex having slumber parties with an 18-year-old for a week is definitely PDF meta. FF creators have blackballed me for years, but will turn a blind eye to literal weirdo shit. Y'all hate me because I'm outspoken. Will outspeak this cornball. Dude, I don't know why did he put this picture of me? Dude, I don't know why people keep calling me 40. I'm 38. Dude, this was me when I was 30. Why would you put this picture? This account right here, this suspended account. This account was shit posting way. Okay, so this is from the suspended account. Xenosys Vex is a groomer. Dude has been talking to a 17-year-old for months, and as soon as she turns 18, he's flying her to the Final Fantasy XIV fan fest so they can do tentacle stuff. He's also 40, by the way. Okay, well, again, I'm not 40, I'm 38, and I didn't even know Spuds when she was 17. You know why there's no evidence? Because I didn't know her. I had no idea who the f she was. These people, they just like to throw shit at a wall and see what sticks with absolutely no evidence. They just like to say things. It's all hot air. And lastly, tentacle stuff. Unfortunately, humans do not have tentacles. So this is the account that he was collaborating with. Let's see. At Sleepy Raijin, please drop a video, man. It's the only way they will address it if it gets enough traction and you have a decent sized following on YouTube. You can even include how Xeno likes to creep into 14 female streamers' DMs, like the German e-girl he dumped his fiance for. This is proof that they were collaborating on shit. And then I also have this as well. Someone sent a friend of mine this message. Hey, what's up? I don't mean to bother you, but I'm working with a YouTuber named Sleepy Raijin to compile as much information evidence as I can to expose Xenosys Vex for a creepy degenerate that he is. I know you had a shitty experience with him and he was attempting to use you. I would love to know your experience with him and receive any evidence. I have a few questions I'd like to ask you as well. I know this is probably weird and uncomfortable, but I think Xeno has a huge ego and really gone too far. So with these screenshots, this is literal proof that he's collaborating with other people. Now he claims that this isn't true, but honestly, I don't believe you. I think that you're a scummy, spiteful, pitiful person. That's what I think. Yo, this is really ironic. Yeah, bro, good one. You're 22, an adult, talking about being groomed. Why do you want to be a victim so badly? This is really ironic coming from him. This has nothing to do with your pick me, men don't get to talk about sexual assault excuse. You are not a victim. Seems like you're a victim to making up bullshit. Holy shit. Now remember, he's got an 18-year-old child for that. But right here, he says, yeah, good one, bro. You're 22, an adult. So I guess you're only an adult when it is convenient for him. So this is more backtracking. I did not accuse you of grooming or abusing women. If that's the case, let the groom be groomed. Okay. I said your doing seems wrong. He not one time said what I was doing seems wrong. But anyway, people try to tell me about your past and I don't care to hear it. I'm commenting on the present. I can only criticize what I see. Now keep in mind of the dates here. October 6th. His original post about me was September 28th. This is his backtracking. This is after he's being questioned about, okay, well, if you have all these allegations, where is your proof? And now he's backtracking. Of course he is. You are a spineless coward. Still no clarification on age disparity. See, so he wants me to reveal personal information of my friend to a complete stranger online. The fact that he wants me to do this is it just shows you how creepy this person is. So are you going to post evidence or who are you? The dude who wants to see evidence? Parasocial viewer wants me to post evidence for their own personal entertainment. Go take screenshots of your FF character or something. Nah, bruh. Just trust me, bro. Trust me. Trust me, he's bad. After he's being questioned, he claims that he was bullied, but he wasn't. He was just questioned. Guy has the spine of a jellyfish. Let's see. He finally got the attention he wanted. People love to talk shit and make up drama, but when it comes back to them, they always moan and bitch about it. Private till morning. These tweets are protected. Ooh. I guess that's what happens when you talk a bunch of shit and people ask you for, okay, if you're having all these allegations, where's your evidence? Just trust me, bro. Just believe me. Well, that's what happens. Exactly. He shut the f up. He knew he was full of shit. He knew he didn't have anything. So anyway, so that's my history with this guy. So we've seen his side. We've read his twit longer. This is his twit longer. It has no evidence whatsoever. So in here, he says he just wants to be left alone, but this contradicts that. If you just want to be left alone, why would you go out of your way to attack her? And you're not only attacking one person, you're attacking two. What the f does Tiffany have anything to do with what's going on? So you're just literally commenting on her post. She probably doesn't even know who the f you are or even follow you. Seeing you on my timeline constantly is already annoying. Well then just mute them. If you actually meant what you said in the twit longer, then just mute them. This is how we know that Sleepy Raijin is talking about Midna. This is how we know for sure. So these are what he is accusing Midna of doing. Your partnered streamer's response to me being sexually assaulted and physically assaulted because her friend did it. There are kinds of people you don't harbor and it's not a good look at all. Okay, so this guy is like actually adding her sponsors, and he also added sexual assault. Okay, why, where, nowhere in here does it say sexual assault. So cheating and abuse. Okay. Now, this is a DM to Yuna. So he said, I've been told that for the last 4 years to move on from something that has really ruined me. For example, I am aware you've lost a parent, so have I. I kind of expect more of, that's so weird that you would bring up that. But anyway, more empathetic response from you as someone who has a similar understanding of loss. I lost my mother right before Midna flipped my world, yet I constantly have people telling me to man up about it. I was a kid and I was young and naive. Okay, so this is a groomer accusation actually, because he claims that he was a kid. Okay, this is crazy because he was 22 when this happened. So he calls an 18-year-old a child, but then he calls this guy a 22-year-old adult. But then in this, he calls himself a child, but he's 22. I guess you're only an adult when it's convenient for him. This doesn't add up. She was my first girlfriend ever. I haven't dated since. She literally me into a relationship where she physically and mentally abused me constantly. I got frustrated when I saw Audrey like Tiffany's tweet. That's how it ended up on my line. I responded to it out of spite. Okay, so this shows spitefulness. Sometimes we respond without thinking. That's Twitter for you. This is Yuna. The blue is Yuna. Again, I'm not mad at you and I don't feel any type of, wait, what? Okay. So again, I am not mad at you and I don't feel any type of way about it. I understand we jump to conclusions over our friends, but you did read my initial response and said that. Okay, if he isn't mad at her, then why the do you have so much shit about Yunaleska? Like, if you're not mad, bro, then why are you adding her sponsors? This person is completely different in DMs. Okay, this is Midna's doc. Bro, this is 30 pages.